You have got to be able to provide for your wife and a family. I don't get that. Why do black men think they can get away cheap? One of the reasons that we get the most least respect of all men on this planet is because a lot of us got this pimp philosophy that popped up in the 1960s and 70s, which tells you can con some vagina out of a woman. I really don't like men who don't act manly. Look, be a man. Run it. Go ahead and deal with that burden. If you want to be a man, everybody can be a male, but it takes tasks and accomplishments to be a man. Yeah, people get divorced. Broke people get divorced. Sick people get divorced. That happens. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're a man and you did everything you were supposed to do as a man. You protected your family. You provided for your family. You didn't come up short. You held up your end of the bargain. If that ratchet ass broad doesn't hold her up, that's between her and her God. This is what I'm trying to say. You be a man no matter what. Because let me tell you something. Wives are made from birth. You understand what I'm saying? You marry a woman who's already a wife. You marry a man who's already a husband. In other words, he was a man, he was already who he was, and then y'all came together and made a marriage. I don't want to hear that punk bitch. Excuse me. I don't want to hear that. I mean, it's annoying to me when I spend all day and all night defending black men specifically. And when I get black men talking about this subpar behavior of you don't need money to be married. What kind of bullshit is that? You ain't got to pay for daycare. You don't have to pay for food. You're going to put that off on your woman. You're going to have her out there with gray hairs coming out of here, fighting traffic, coming home every goddamn day. What kind of man are you? Nobody is going to look at you with any respect if you've come up short in that regard. Now, it's one thing if you got a bunch of women who are not marriage material, but the minute you got brothers going overseas, getting these women coming back. Now, what you telling her that she got to come to this country and work like a horse? Is that what you're telling her? Because you need her to pay half? What kind of man are you? Stop. See, everybody shouldn't be married. And just because people are married don't mean that they're good husbands or good wives. You understand what I'm talking about? If you as a man have certain obligations that you should do, certain obligations you fulfill, the woman has certain obligations that she fulfill. This is not about feeling. You see what I'm saying? It's about you doing what you have to do, irrespective of what everybody else is doing, period. And we should end that conversation. I don't get it. Don't y'all read the Bible? If you put animals in the cage and you deprive them of resources, they're gonna fight. And that's what happens. And so that's why I tell you guys, one of the most important things you can do as a man, if you want to keep peace in your household, be a provider, pay for all the goddamn bills. Pay for every goddamn thing. Any smart, intelligent man who's been married 50, 60 years, they'll tell you, I paid all the goddamn bills. She ain't had nothing else to say. You see what I mean? Now you got to get a woman who appreciates that, because there's some damn fools out there, no matter what you do for them, their desires and needs are like a endless pit. You see, you can never make them happy because they're not happy with themselves. You don't need a woman like that. You need a woman who knows how to fulfill her role. You fulfill your role. And there it is. There are women around the world and men around the world who are raised to be wives and husbands. Black American women and American women in general, you're competing with those women who have raised to be wives. This is their primary profession. That job they got is not. You got men who know, hey, I got some Hispanic homeboys. They'll tell you. That's what we do. We get up, we go to work, we work together. We might bitch and complain about our jobs. But the bottom line is we're raised to be husbands. We're raised to be providers. And that's it. That's how you keep a community. Because when you have strong families, you got strong community, strong nation. Strong nation, strong country. And so the family is the key. But it all requires people knowing their role as in the family unit.
And embracing it. And embracing it. Yeah. No, I could not agree more.
Yeah, I like being the boss. I like paying all the bills. I do. I like it. I like being a man. All I ever wanted to be was a father and a good man and a good friend. That's all I've ever wanted to be. The lawyer thing, all that stuff. No, all I've ever wanted to be was a good man and a good father, period. Some of the atrocities I see happening to the black community, I recognize, and we mentioned this earlier, if I don't do something about it, my sons are going to inherit this burden, this negativity associated with being black men. Yep. That's why, I fight so vigorously for the reputation of black men, which is why, That's my primary motivation. I don't want them to be, oh, they're deadbeat dads. This is as soon as they turn 18, deadbeat daddy, thug, criminal. I don't want that for my kids, and that's why I go so hard and do so much for Black men. And you don't necessarily hear me disparaging the reputation of Black men, and I'm always stepping up to protect us, Black men specifically, when people say horrible things about us on television and media.
Yeah, no, and we need more of that, because to your point, until there's a situation where we can control our own media and have our own outlets, then you're gonna have to continue to essentially be damage control. Yeah. And then also, I think it's just important to, when you have strong families and strong communities, hopefully that's where you're getting your sense of self, you're getting your training, you're getting your teaching, you're getting your values. So when you go and you see some trash online, it doesn't completely radicalize how you see yourself and how you see other people. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they're not coming with that. So what's really programming them and what's telling them their value is what they're seeing online or in social media or television. That's a very dangerous place to be.
Yeah, it is. It is. And unfortunately, some people don't know real Black people. They just know people that they see on TV, or back then it was TV, now it's the internet.
Yeah.
So they're basing their perception on Blackness or Black Americans based on that. Even our own African brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, they base their opinions of Black Americans on what they see online. And
which is not good. Which is not good. So, okay, so MS Delta guy says, facts money is key to marriage. Stop with the struggle love. The
struggle love.
Now I think we got another rebuttal. It says Diaz is saying money is going to make your marriage successful. Then why do rich people get divorced? She would just take half your stuff in the end. I mean, I think you alluded to that already, that you said, as it's not that people don't get divorced, it's just the higher earners, as the higher class, more money, then the divorce rate tends to go down.
Is the brother saying poor people don't get divorced?
No, it sounded like he was saying.
Let's break this down. DS is saying money is going to make your marriage successful. Is being poor going to make your marriage successful? No. He said, why do rich people get divorced? Why do poor people get divorced? Is she going to take half your stuff if you poor? Yeah. It's the same result, whether you're rich or whether you're poor. My thing to you men is, do what you're supposed to do as a man, irrespective of what that woman does. See, I don't think this is I'm going to be a man if she's a woman. That's if you dig down deep into what this fella is saying here, I'm not going to be a man unless she's a woman. No, I'm telling you men to be fucking men no matter what. Hell or high water, you be a man. You stand in the cut and you do what men are supposed to do. As a man, you are a protector and a provider. As a husband, you are a protector and a provider. It don't matter what she does, because I'm more concerned about your integrity. I'm more concerned about your character and who you are and what you will stand for and what you won't stand for. My manhood is not conditional. Whoever this statement is basically saying, well, I don't, money don't make you make. What would you say? Not having money makes you more successful? What is it, brother? I mean, and I don't know if this is a black man. I don't know who this is, but
that's a black man. I've had him on before.
Well then God bless him. But clearly, being poor is not going to help you have a successful marriage, right? Clearly, poor people get divorced all the goddamn time, right? Clearly, that happens. So it doesn't matter if you're rich or you poor. I'm asking you to be men. And see, there's not a lot of men out there asking black men to be men no matter what. And that's what I'm asking. See, that's a pimp mentality right there. See, that's a slick talking pimp mentality right there. And that's not what I do. I want traditional, wholesome values that are sustainable over centuries and decades. Men are supposed to be men. Women are supposed to be men. Let's get back to being in those traditional roles, because that's what works. Who has a problem with that?
I see no problem with that, because what's happening right now obviously isn't working.
No, it ain't working. Nobody's on their roles anymore. Everybody's out of pocket. And nobody's standing in their lane. That's why everybody's getting hit. We having these accidents. And it's happening over and over again. Men have to be men. Women have to be women. Those men who don't want to be men, you don't need to get married. Those women who don't want to be women, you don't need to get married. Let these other folks pair off and go about their business. So some of this weakness, I don't have to pay half the bills. Oh, we don't have to be rich. You sound like a, excuse my language. I know it's not my show, but I'm just saying, nah, man, hell no. You gonna let your daughter marry some broke dude that's talking about, I don't need, you get your money, man. You understand what I'm saying? Be a man. Like, it's not that hard. Be a man. You know, that's what I want you fellas to do, especially you black dudes. We got a horrible reputation now. Be men. That's what I want y'all to do, man. And it's not hard. See, like, this is, you know, woo! I don't know if I'm supposed to be cursing on your page or not, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
appreciate you trying to hold it back. I do.
I don't know. I don't even understand why this is a question amongst men.